routes to run. Those two are playing really well. Harrison's going to be a force offensively. He's really developed into a playmaker. Dylan Fortenberry is a guy that we're going to start moving around to get the ball to in different places, kind of like we did Cade last year. So with those two, and then we got, Trey Fortenberry caught the ball well. Gage Brown caught the ball well. We got Michael Watts and Jalen Huffman, and we got other guys. Rob Johnson made some good catches. So overall, it's a really good receiving core, and going to really start trying to use it to our advantage.
A total offense well over 400 yards in that ball game. And you were telling me before the season started, you felt like there's going to be a really good offensive ball club.
I thought overall, we played well other than the mistakes that we made. If you look at Tyler's stats, he was 18 to 29, which is pretty good in high school football. So really kind of starting to understand what this team can do. I thought we would be a tempo spread type offense, and the better that Tyler gets. And I actually think 7 kids caught passes the other night, so we're starting to spread the ball around, with Ogden back there running the ball and Luke and JR getting in there, so really can spread the ball around to a lot of people, and that's what I had visions of this summer.
Of course, this was a first game ever played at Colenz Stone Stadium's turf field there. What were some of the comments some of the players might have made to you, or what was your impression of playing on turf?
Yeah, my impression was that's the nicest turf field I've ever been on. The whoever was in charge of the design and the product was spot on. Had a good bounce to it. I've probably been on 15, 20 turf fields, and this one had a little bounce to it. The other ones didn't. Was worried about it being real slick since it being a new field, but it really had a little tackiness to it and had good grip. Beautiful field. Just overall one of the nicest venues and places that we played, and it made everything else look there. They've done a really good job of dressing up the stands and all the other facilities also.
All right, tonight the Cougars head down to Liberty to take on a mid-school center. We'll come back and talk about the Rebels after this 2 minutes on B92.
And we're back here at the mid-school center, just a few minutes away from the start of this ball game. Has the toss of the coin out, looking away to see who.
I believe the mid-school center Rebels will receive ball first. I didn't see which goal the Cougars will defend, but nonetheless, they're going to defend the goal to our right, and we're just around the corner The Rebels are coming out of their locker room. Cougars are on the field, ready to brush through their respective signs, and just about ready for kickoff here at Dale Caston Memorial Stadium here in Liberty.
Other games around the area tonight. We've got Brookhaven High over in Lawrence County trying to bounce back from that big loss to South Pike last week. It's going to be Loystar traveling up to Rankin County. They're taking on McLaurin. Enterprise makes a pretty good trip up to Sebastopol. It's Salem at West Lincoln tonight. Wesson at Sumrall. And South Pike at Franklin County. And I've talked to several people about that South Pike team. They said this is the best South Pike team they have seen in quite some time. A team with a lot of people feel will challenge for a state championship.
Yeah, I heard the very same thing. It's just quite a talented ball club, skilled players, big linemen, got a 6'7", 315 guy plays on both sides of the ball, wide receivers that are D1 prospects, quarterback that can do it all. And very talented ball club over at South Pike. Another big game last week, South Lane Academy taking on North Pike, the North Pike Jaguars. And what I was told, Ken, estimated about 9,000 at the game at Park Lane last week, with the Pioneers coming away with a victory over North Pike in a shootout. Both teams scoring in the 30s. Real good ball game from what I understand last week down in Macomb.
Park Lane, of course, as you said, came back late to win that ball game. And, of course, the Cougars looking to kind of get geared up tonight and get ready for Columbia next week. And then we have Centerville following, so we'll kind of get into the meat of the schedule here. Let's go to the field.
Brother, thanks for all the things give it to us. Well, I just played protection on this. Every one of these young men wanted to play the team. I asked for traveling person to return home. But if you want to be with us at practice, Lord, everything we do. In the name of Jesus Christ, I pray.
So we're playing the national anthem, the invocation. That means we're about ready for kickoff here at the Mid-School Center. Going to have a couple of kickers tonight that will be interesting. Of course, everybody is aware of Corey Case and the great job he's been doing kicking the football. And he's only a sophomore, so he's only going to get better and better. And for the Rebels, they've got Jacob Weaver. Jacob kicked a couple of extra points, missed a fairly long field goal against Hillcrest. So he, Coach Rushing, as you heard, said that he's only been kicking for a short time, but he's really been impressive in the short time he's been kicking the football.
Yeah, absolutely, Ken. I was watching Jacob in warm-ups, and he was set out there at the 30-yard line, and he was pumping those 40-yard field goals way up on the hill to our left. So a big leg on Weaver, as we all know, and you mentioned Corey Case and how he's progressed and continues to progress as one of the top kickers in the state.
The Cougars will be kicking it off and defending the goal off to our right, which is the south end zone. So Corey Case will boom it and kick several in the end zone last week against Silver Bay.
Yeah, we talked about that. It's just such a weapon to be able to put that ball in the end zone. Of course, the opening kickoff, first touch of the season, Silver Bay returned it 84 yards for a touchdown. So Cougars certainly want to avoid that. But if Case can put it in the end zone, got to be immaterial.
Richie Morris is the deep back here for the Rebels. Here comes Case. Kick is going to be a kind of a line drive to the far side, scooped up around the 10 to the 15 to the 20. Out of bounds at about the 25-yard line. Coming over to make the tackle is going to be Colin Waldrop for the Cougars. So first down and 10 for the Rebels. They'll have it at about their own 30. Actually going to put the ball back on the 29, so he went out of bounds at the 29. So first down and 10 for the Rebels at their own 29.
Big game last week from right defensive end. Trey Fortenberry had about 9 tackles, broke up some passes, so expect a lot out of him trying to contain the Rebels around their left side.
Out come the Rebels. They'll line it up in the shotgun set. Going to hand it off to Cochran. He hits the left side, got the ball across the 25 out to about the 26. Gains about maybe 1 yard of the play. Right side of the Cougar line collapsing in the play really quick. Brings up the second down. We'll call it right at 9 yards to go for the Rebels.
Some of the bigs in for the Cougars. Cade Watson, Jake Livingston, August Sullivan, Blaine Dunaway, Caleb Carruthers across that front line for the Cougars.
Slade Toller and a quarterback, their injured starter. He'll take it. Gives it to Toller. Toller comes left side, tries to turn the corner. Not much there. He'll be tackled by Harrison Brownlee. He gets to about the, we'll call it about the 27. Pickup of a couple brings up a third down, one of those short 4, long 3 type situations for the Rebels. So Toller, they huddle up. The play clock is rolls pretty quick. When they reset it like this, already down to 13 seconds, and they're just now coming to the line of scrimmage.
Got to get in and out of that huddle.
Toller wants to throw, has some time, throws it down the right side. The pass is going to be intercepted by Waldrop. Waldrop back down the left side. He's to the 35, to the 30. Finally is going to be knocked down on the Rebels' 27-yard line. Coming over to make the tackle for the Rebels is going to be Josie Butler.
Good job there by Waldrop. Toller rolled out to his right, had a little wheel route work, and Waldrop played it perfectly, went up high, caught the ball at its highest point, about the 45-yard line, returned it back down. We'll call it down to about the 27-yard line of the Rebels, so the Cougars are in business early.
First down 10 for the Cougars. Tyler Fortenberry will be your quarterback. That's Nick Ogden off to his right. 2 receivers off to the right side. Receiver to the near side is Michael Watts. Hand off to Ogden. He stumbles across the line of scrimmage. Somebody tripped him up. That's going to be Butler. Got a hand on his ankle, tripped him up. But he did have a nice hole on that left side. But had he not been tripped up, he probably could have gone inside the 10. I thought he really had a pretty good hole there. But Butler, hanging by the ankle, trips him up after about a 3-yard pickup. Second down 7. Fortenberry under pressure, flag is down, throws it on the run, is going to throw it out of bounds. Flag in the backfield could get a hold here.
Yeah, we're going to get a hold right there on number 60. Livingston, his man got around him. It's kind of protecting Fortenberry right there, got a handful of jerseys. So that's going to be 10 yards against the Cougars. So that'll move the Cougars in the wrong direction.
9:59 left in the first quarter, getting underway here. No score. Cougars intercept a pass on the Rebels' opening drive, take it down to about the 26. The holding penalty pushes the Cougars back now to about the 35-yard line. Once again, Fortenberry with Ogden. Fortenberry, here comes the pressure. Fortenberry's going to be close to the wall. Around the 45-yard line. Slade Toller getting in there to make the tackle. And don't think anybody picked up Toller as he blew right past his defensive man. And Fortenberry never had a chance on that one.
Yeah, as receivers got into their routes, Fortenberry had Toller all over him. Nothing he could do there but take the sack, pushed it all the way back to about the 45-yard line of the Rebels. So third down in eternity for the Cougars.
Cougars got to get down to about the 18 for a first down. They've got the ball on the Rebel 44. Now again, pressure. Fortenberry hit as he throws a pass. He's going to be caught, though. That's going to go to the house. Or is it? Just short of the end zone at the 2. Pass is going to be caught by Dylan Fortenberry. He thought he was going to take it to the house, but somebody did a little last-minute burst of speed, caught him by the ankles, and tackled him down at the 2, but a big gain of some 42 yards. That's going to put the Cougars in business. First down and goal to go on the Rebel 2.
A lot of patience right there by Fortenberry, letting his teammate Dylan Fortenberry getting to his route.
There's the touchdown.
Nick Ogden right up the middle, Ken.
Ogden on the 2-yard punch in. So the Cougars take the early lead 6-0 with 8:55 left in the first quarter. Here comes your New York Life Insurance agents, Wayne Allred, Kelly Allred, extra point attempt by Corey Case out of the hold of Tyler Fortenberry. Case, left-footed kicker. Started in the 8th grade on the varsity squad. Snap back, placement down, the kick is up. Kick is right down the middle. It is good. The break in the action, 8:44 left in the first quarter. It is Brookhaven Academy 7, and the Rebels of ASC nothing. Let's take 30 seconds down the line. Cougar football continues after this on B92.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
Well, the Cougars pick off a pass, return it down to the 24. Officially, with a 24-yard drive is kind of how you officially would put that down, even though it's got pushed back to the 45. But call it a 24-yard drive that actually took 44 yards. But cash in with a 1-yard run. The big play, the 42-yard pass to Dylan Fortenberry.
Yeah, great job there, and I mentioned it by Tyler Fortenberry. Had a lot of pressure on him right there on the third down play from the 45-yard line. Slid away, stepped up into the pocket, hit Dylan on a little skinny post route, and he did the rest down to the 2-yard line. Ogden took it in from there for the 7-0 Cougar lead.
Josie Butler to the near side. It's going to be Richie McMorris. Richie McMorris be in the middle of the pack there. As Case will tee it up. He kicked it to the right side last time. Let's see which way he goes with it right now.
Good start for the Cougars, just what I'm sure Coach Ron Rushing wanted.
So here comes the kickoff. It's going to be a high floater down the field, taking it 3, then dropped. Picked up by Cochran. Cochran running laterally to his right, cuts back in, grabbed by the jersey, finally pulled down by a host of Cougars, being led there by Gage Brown, finally tackle him shy of the 20-yard line. So that's where the Rebels go on offense. First down and 10 from their own 18.
Real high kick right there from Case. Pushed Cochran back to almost the 2-yard line. Then he fumbled him. Then he was in no man's land at that point. Cougars swarming all over him again, led by Gage Brown. First and 10 for the Rebels.
The Rebels will have it as they come out of their huddle. Play clock already down to 12 seconds when they get to the line of scrimmage. Cochran lines up in the pistol. Now they go to the high formation. Toller gives it to Cochran. Lowers his head, drives into Colin Waldrop. Waldrop able to wrap him up and pull him down after a short gain of around 3 yards. Actually give him about 5 yards. Cochran, a tough runner, gets it across the 20 out to about the 23.
Yeah, Ken, an initial hit, it was about 3 yards, and then Cochran just bulled his way for the other 3, or 2 or 3 yards. So second down and 5, hard running there from number 22, Cochran.
They split Jacob Weaver way out here to the right side of their line of scrimmage. Got a flag, and I think that play clock may have gotten him. I don't know. So offside against Brookhaven, pointing toward Brookhaven. Yep, offside Brookhaven. This will probably give the Rebels a first down.
It'll be right at the stick, so we'll wait and see, and it does.
That's the second penalty on Brookhaven tonight, a holding penalty, now the offside on defense.
You know, first game for the Cougars last week, one thing we didn't see a lot of was penalties. We did see some turnovers, but good outing, 2 penalties early here in this one.
Kohler calls for the ball, wants to throw. Quick out. Going to be caught by Weaver. Weaver was caught down between two Cougar defenders. Gets it across the 45 to the 46. Making the tackle is going to be Rob Johnson for the Cougars. A Rebel first down, moves it up to the 47. And for a moment there, I thought we had another shot at an interception back, but he just headed it between two Cougar defenders.
Yeah, good job, and good job there by Weaver going up there and snatching it out of the air, pulled it in, picked up about 4 yards after the catch before he's brought down by Johnson. First and 10 Rebels.
Ball on the Rebel 48-yard line. Pistol set here for Toller. That's Coffin behind him. Another pass coming up. He's going to be running it. Flag is down. Toller will take it all the way down to the Cougar 46, but a flag is down at midfield. Let's wait to see what this is. Again, good presence of mind by Toller. Realized he didn't have anybody to get a clean pass to.
They're going to wait. Yeah, they're going to wave the flag off. I think that one may have come out a little early. Ref thinking Toller dropped back into pass formation, and Lyman may have gotten downfield, and he kind of pulled the trigger on that flag, but he took it, ran, picked up about 8 yards on the play, so 2nd 2 for the Rebels.
Ball on the Cougar 46, 7-0. Brookhaven on top, 6:43 left in the first quarter. Out come the Rebels. Receivers bunch set to the right side, single out to the far side. That's going to be Butler on the far side. Toller on the keeper, watch for the option, turns the corner to the 40, lowers his head, breaks the tackle. He's inside the 30. He'll take it down to the 28-yard line. Finally coming over is Quentin Barber to make the tackle. That's a big run by Toller. He just lowered his head there at the end back and just plunged right into about 3 Cougar tacklers, taking them forward with him.
About 18 yards on that run for Toller. Another first down for the Rebels. So they got something strung together here. Moves it down just inside the 30-yard line of the Cougars.
BSC started this drive on their own 18. Coughlin, as a pistol set, will line up behind Toller. Punch set off to the left side. Flag is going to be thrown. Let's see what the deal is here. Illegal procedure, Rebels.
Far official across the way from us. Flag came out early. Probably caught one of the receivers out there leaning, trying to get off the ball a little bit quick.
That's going to be a penalty of 5 yards. Brings it back to about the 34. So it'll be first down and 15 now for the Rebels, and the Cougar at 34 following the 5-yard penalty. Rebels huddle it up, still in the huddle. They'll break it with 12 seconds left on the play clock. 3 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Lone receiver over here is Jacob Weaver. Again, they're going to give it to Cochran. Lowers his shoulder. He's going to be wrestled down by Trey Fortenberry. He'll get it to about the 30-yard line. Picks up about 4 on the play. That'll bring up second down, about 11 here for the Rebels on the Cougar 30. Cochran, 5'11", 180-pound junior. This squad of the Rebels, 5 seniors, but a lot of freshmen and sophomores. This is a really young football team.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier. The starting quarterback, Jesse Bellinger, out tonight in civilian clothes, injured last week. So Toller's had to step in the quarterback position, but doing a good job for the Rebels.
Toller takes it, wants to throw a little quick out here. Caught inside the 30, breaking another tackle inside the 20. He'll take it down to about the 18. That's going to be Butler on the catch. Finally wrestling down is going to be Trenton Tarver. That's going to be close to a first down. Put it short of the first down, or just a half a yard short. And a timeout. Got a break in the action right now as we have a timeout on the field. Break in the action. 4:43 left here in the first quarter of play. Brookhaven Academy leading the Rebels here of ASC 7-0. Let's take 30. We'll take 30 seconds down the line. Cougar football will continue right after this on B92.
And your home's roof
takes a beating. Protect it and loved ones with a roof from Strength Roofing and Siding. From shingle or metal roof, let Strength Roofing and Siding put their 40 years of experience to work for you. They offer an unmatched lifetime warranty and work with insurance companies. Strength Roofing and Siding. Online at strengthroofingendsiding.com or call 601-373-7254. The same number since 1979.
4:43 left here in the first quarter. Rebels driving. They've got the ball within about 6 inches of a first down at the Cougar 18. Cougars move, and that's going to give the Rebels a first down.
Good job there, Rick Toller. Kind of had the quick count, got them on the cadence. No snap. Rebels jump off sides. First down for the check that. Cougars jump offside. First down for the Rebels right at the 15-yard line of the Cougars.
Yeah, this drive started back on the Rebels 18. A big pass play to Weaver. Nice run by Toller. Got them down the field to this point. They'll go to the I formation. Going to give it to Cochran. Tries to sneak through. Breaks a tackle. Breaks another tackle. On his feet inside the 10. He'll take it down to about the 6. Waldrop will finally make the tackle, but good hard running there by Toller. So second down about 1. The Rebels can get the first and goal at about the 8. Put him down actually around the 9 is where they're going to put the ball down.
I'll tell you what, Ken, that Cawthorn runs hard. Broke a couple of tackles right there. Pushed it through a couple of the linemen, got into the linebackers. Waldrop and Tarver making the stop for the Cougars.
High formation. Off on the up back, we've got a timeout called by the Rebels. So a timeout on the field is going to be called by the Rebels. So breaking the action here in the first quarter here at the Mid-School Center in Liberty. 3:38 left in the first quarter. The score is Brookhaven Academy 7 and the Mid-School Center Rebels nothing. Let's take another 30. We'll do 30 seconds down the line. Brookhaven Academy Cougar football. We'll continue right after this on B92.
Teamwork makes the dream work. At Pike National Bank, we can help make your dream happen. Hi, I'm Richard at Pike National Bank, and I would love to help purchase that boat, ATV, or motorcycle you've been dreaming of. Let's take that first step together. Visit me at our Brookhaven location today to discuss your options. Throughout the loan process, I will be there to help you every step of the way. Pike National Bank, a better way to bank. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Back to live action. False start called to the Rebels. That'll cost them 5. And we're down this deep in the football field. That's a little 5-yarders can really kill a drive.
Yeah, you're looking at 2nd and 1 and turns into a 2nd at 6. Move the ball back just about the 10-yard line.
So they've got to get to the 4 for the first half. And Toller is going to be knocked down at the line of scrimmage. Toller fumbled the snap, had the fall on it. He'll get no gain on the play. Brings up a 3rd down at about 6 for the Rebels. Ball on the Cougar 10. Again, this drive started on the Mid-School Center 18-yard line.
Big play for the Cougar defense right here. 3rd down, about 6 yards. Long 5, short 6 to go for the Rebels deep in Cougar territory.
Out come the Rebels. 5 formation. Flag is down. Keeper by Toller. He's going to be dragged down for practically no gain. Making the tackle for the Cougars, August Sullivan.
Had movement in the backfield. Looked like Zach Cochran may have got out of the stance a little bit early. Cougars going to decline that one, take the play, and the tackle by August Sullivan for no gain. So 4th down, about 6 yards to go for the Rebels. Cougars looking for the big stand right here, Ken.
And try the field goal with Jacob Weaver. Weaver, as you said, was kicking 40 yards in practice
Yeah, certainly within his range. Let's see what his aim is like. Ball's
Picked up by Weaver. Weaver's going to try to come back to his right. Throws the football. Going to be caught by Cochran. And Cochran's going to be tackled near the first down. I think he'll be just short of the first down. So heads up play by Weaver. Buff snap back. Weaver picks up the loose ball. Finds Cochran with it. Well, they got it. They only gave him a couple of yards. And there's a flag on the play. Let's wait and see what this is all about here.
One of those situations you might get a lineman downfield after the play busted, thinking it was going to turn into a run play. And alertly, Weaver saw an open man downfield. Let's see exactly what the call is right here. I don't think it was enough for the first down. Or spot it right about the 5-yard line, but let's see what we've got. Personal foul against the Cougars. That will be a first down for the Rebels.
Yep. Big penalty against the Cougars. Going to keep the Rebels in the hunt here for a score. 7-0 Brookhaven, 2:42. Cougars scored after intercepting a pass. Hodgson taking it from the yard out.
Yeah, I didn't pick up, Ken, what happened right there. Nonetheless, it was a personal foul and first down for the Rebels.
First down, goal to go. The ball is to the 4-yard line. Out come the Rebels. Cochran line up.
inside receiver ran straight down the seam. If not for a great play right there by Cawthorn, that would have been a touchdown for the Cougars.
Movement up front by the Rebel defense. Let's see if they were pulled offside or the Cougars may have got to get a 5-yard penalty against the Rebels. That's what it's going to be, offside Rebels.
With the penalty, Ken, I guess it's going to push it to about a third down,
we'll call it right at 10. Ball to the Rebel 22. Fortenberry swings it out here, a little inside slant pattern. Caught by Brownlee. Brownlee takes it inside the 15. He'll get close to the first down. It looks like he'll be a couple of yards short, though. Got down to about the 12, needed to get down to about the 9. Actually, 4th and 1.
I think you might see a dose of Nick Ogden right here.
6:45 left in the first half of play. 17-7, Brookhaven.
Brownlee coming off the field a little bit, favoring that left ankle. Replaced out there by number 10, Jalen Huffman. 4th and short for the Cougars. Let's see what we do here.
Ogden lined up to the right side of Fortenberry. Got a whistle, and we're going to have a timeout, Brookhaven. The timeout on the field by the Cougars. So breaking the action with 6:28 left in the first half of play. Brookhaven Academy holding a 10-point lead. Brookhaven Academy 17 and the Mid-School Center Rebel 7. Take another 30 seconds down the line. Brookhaven Academy Cougar football will continue after this on B92.
Here's the news from T.H. Perkins Furniture. The Pick-A-Pair Lazy Boy Recliner Sale has been extended.
It's the biggest recliner sale of the year. It's the Lazy Boy Pick-A-Pair Sale at T.H. Perkins Furniture, Brookhaven. Get 2 Lazy Boy recliners at big discounts. This is a limited time sale. Take advantage of the savings and great financing options. T.H. Perkins Furniture, Highland Square Shopping Center in Brookhaven.
And shop for many other specials at T.H. Perkins Furniture.
Understand, right? Have a little issue with our YouTube stream. We're trying to work on that for you. Let's get back to live action right now. Cougars with a 4th down at about 1 on the 11. And what a throw on the 4th down play. Pass is going to be caught. That's going to be a touchdown to Nick Ogden coming out of the backfield.
11-yard pitch, catch, and run. Fortenberry to Ogden for the Cougar touchdown.
That's going to come at the 6:23 mark of this second quarter.
Little wheel route out of the backfield to Fortenberry's left. Looked off the linebacker. Ogden went around left side. Fortenberry hit him in the screen. Had to miss one tackle near the goal line. Took it in for the touchdown. Corey Case on for the point after kick.
Here's your New York Life Insurance agents, Dwayne Allred, Kelly Allred, PAT. And a little fake there, going for 2, and the Cougars are going to get the 2-point conversion.
Colin Waldrop looked like maybe a little shuttle to Waldrop.
So Fortenberry, Tyler Fortenberry, the holder, comes out of his stance and hits Waldrop for the 2-point conversion. So at the 6:23 mark of the second quarter, is Brookhaven Academy now taking the lead 25-7 over the Rebels of the Mid-School Center. Let's take another 30. We'll take 30 seconds down the line. Brookhaven Academy Cougar football will continue after this on B92.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Kelly Allred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at NewYorkLife.com.
Well, the Cougars following a defensive stand. They got a short punt, actually gets the Cougars back in pretty good field position. They got the ball at the Rebel 38. They move it in on a drive of 38 yards. Had a 4th down play, score in the 4th down play, an 11-yard touchdown pass to Ogden. 2-point conversion to Waldrop is good. The Cougars extend their lead 25-7 over the Rebels here in the second quarter.
Good job out there by Fortenberry, making some good passes, good clean routes from his receivers.
Once again, the kick will come down to Cochran. He'll take it back at the 2, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. He'll be wrestled down right around the 20-yard line. First and 10 for the Rebels at their own 20.
22, John Rivers Brown in on the tackle for the Cougars on special teams. The VA spotted down just on the Rebel side of the 20-yard line. We'll call it the 19-yard line. First and 10, AFC.
The Rebels will take it first down and 10. Toller. Cochran behind him with a pistol set. He'll have receivers wide to the left. Flag will come down. This will be against the Rebels. Play gets nothing. Cougars may decide to take the play here since there was no gain of the play.
Yeah, good job getting in the backfield. Gage Brown, tackle for a loss. Let's see what the Cougars do right here. Again, for all the listeners out there, if you hear the wind in the background, that's not early arrival of Hurricane Dorian here in Liberty. Got an air conditioner. I'm not going to complain about it with the 80, 88, 89 degree weather out there. So got an illegal shift. It's declined, so the Cougars will take the play. Got the air conditioner blowing right on us. So if you hear the wind blowing in the background, that's what that is. Coach Rushing again decided to take the 2-yard loss instead of the penalty. So second down, we'll call it 12.
Second and 12, ball back on the 20-yard line for the Rebels. In a pistol set, got Cochran will be a running back in behind Toller. He'll take it, wants to throw out in the flat, going to be caught and hit immediately for a loss. Pass is going to be good to the Butler, but he was hit immediately by the Cougars, and that'll be about a yard loss in the play. So it brings up a third down for the Rebels.
Tackle out there by Brownlee. Good to see him back on the field. He still is favoring that ankle a little bit. Tyler Fortenberry also coming from the defensive back position in on that tackle.
Play clock down to 8 for the Rebels. We got to hurry here. Third down and about 13 to go for the Rebels. Ball inside the 20.
One more timeout for the Rebels.
Timeout call by the Rebels. So we will just keep that here.
And I haven't kept count, but I think they have possibly exhausted all their timeouts. Been quite a few timeouts, but a pretty quick first half of football here in Liberty.
Right at 8 o'clock almost, WBK and Brookhaven, your sports authority on the network this evening. Following the game, stick around. Jeff Vann is going to be having scores and highlights of games around the area and around the state. That'll start about 9:45 when our game is concluded, and he'll be in until about 10:45 with an hour of scores and highlights of games around the area. So stick around for that here on B92. End of the ball game, we'll be naming our player of the game presented by the Pro Sports Performance Center, powered by King Daughters Medical Center. We'll do that at the end of the game. Last week's player of the game was Tyler Fortenberry.
Yeah, big night for Tyler. A couple other players. Nick Ogden had a big night himself, but all around good job again. Let's not overlook that Cougar defense and what they did in the second half.
Toller in trouble. Toller tries to tuck it and run. He gets back to the line of scrimmage. Might have a face mask here.
Yeah, I think you're going to get a face mask call against Cougar. That's going to be the large variety.
It's Trey Fortenberry making the tackle, but Trey, and not only Trey, but somebody else, I think, got a hand on his face mask as well. That could give the, let's see if it's going to be enough for a first down.
Yep.
Going to bring it out to about the 33. Will be a first down and 10 for the Rebels as they keep their drive going via the penalty.
Yeah, had about 13 to go. Penalty gave them 15 yards and the first down. Good pressure up front for the Cougars. Just got to hand up on the face guard and the first down for the Rebels.
So first down, 10 Rebels. They've got the ball out to their 32. Toller going to give it to Cochran, trying to follow his blockers. Breaks one tackle. Stays on his feet up to about the 38. He's going to pick up about 5 yards in the play. And a good hard running by the fullback, Cochran. Tackle led by Trenton Tarver, among others.
Six tackles on the night early for Tarver, 5 for Waldrop, 2 interceptions also for Walter. So those two guys doing work for the Cougars here in the first half.
Second down and 6-yard pickup there for Cochran. Once again, give to Cochran. This time, not so lucky. Nick Ogden, first man there to meet him. In fact, he's going to lose a couple of yards in the play back to about the 41. Back to 30, about the 39, rather. Nick has put the ball over back here about 37, so he's going to lose about a couple of yards in the play. Brings up a third down to 5 now. 2-yard loss in the play by Cochran.
Cochran going off left tackle. Nick Ogden sniffed it out early, going for a short loss. So trying to put the Rebels behind the sticks.
Out come the Rebels once again. Receiver out to the right side, one to the left side. Pistol set. Cochran, the running back. Toller's going to fire far down the field. This ball is in, almost caught by Weaver in his hands, knocked away at the last minute, down around the 30-yard line. Again, Toller rifle that ball straight down the middle once again. And Weaver had an opportunity to catch it, but believe a Cougar defender got a hand in there at the last second, knocked it away, incomplete pass. So Toller will have to punt. Last punting attempt. The ball didn't travel more than 20 yards, I think, is the last punt.
Yeah, Brownlee got a hand on that one. Rob Johnson, good defensive play down the middle, knocked that ball away at the last minute on the attempted pass from Toller.
So Toller will punt it away. Low snap. He's got to hurry. Here comes pressure. Toller's in trouble. Toller is going to be tackled by Brownlee all the way back at the 22, and the Cougars knocking on the door again in great field position after that big loss of a muff punt. Low snap. Toller couldn't come up with it. Tried to make something happen, but Brownlee rather all over him. And the Cougars have it in great field position down on the Rebel 20. They're going to put the ball down around the 26-yard line, looks like.
I'll tell you what, Ken, Brownlee's favoring that left ankle or lower leg, and but still, that's a gritty young man out there making a big play for the Cougars right there.
Pass toward the end zone, and it's going to be caught and dropped. Deflected at the last minute, getting a hand up there. Butler, the last second, chipped that ball away. What appeared to be a pretty good touchdown read there by Fortenberry. Looking to Dylan Fortenberry in the left corner of the end zone, but looks like Butler got a hand in there at the last second, knocked that ball away. Ogden to the left side of Fortenberry. Ogden's got the ball, 20. Gets around one man. He's going to take it to the right sideline. So Ogden's going to take it for his second touchdown of the ball game. That's going to be about a 23-yard run for Ogden on the touchdown. So the Cougars now extend their lead to 31-7 over the Rebels here.
Ogden got down about the 15-yard line, sidestepped one of the linebackers, and it was green grass from there. Took it into the end zone. Corey Case on to kick it for the Cougars.
So here comes Case with your Zurich Life Insurance agents, Wayne Allred, Kelly Allred, extra point. Out of the hole of Tyler Fortenberry. A little trick play last time as they went for 2 out of this set. Snap down, placement down, the kick is up, and the kick is right down the middle. It is good. Break in the action, 3:24 left in the first half of play. Brookhaven Academy 32, and the Rebels of ASC 7. Let's take another 30. We'll take 30 seconds down the line. Brookhaven Academy Cougar football will continue after this on B92.
The Cougar pregame show continues right now as we're glad to have with us the head football coach here at Brookhaven Academy.
Need a home loan? Let Lacey Zumbro at Bank of Brookhaven help. We are happy to offer a full range of home mortgage loans. From internet banking to our mortgage loan products, we offer personal service that's responsive to your individual needs. Remember, best of all, at Bank of Brookhaven, it's still all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Well, the Cougars take advantage of another opportunity there. They Toller had gone back to punt. The snap was bad, and Toller was tackled back at the 22, 23-yard line. Ogden takes it in from 23 out as the Cougars extend their lead to 32-7 with 3:24 left in the first half of play. Let's see if Kaufman again will be the target of this kickoff by Case.
Case had some pretty good, hasn't put one in the end zone yet, but really high kicks, giving his coverage team a lot of time to get down there and to swarm the Rebel return man.
That's going to be Cochran to the near side. That's where Case has been putting his kickoffs consistently over here to Cochran. This time it'll come down to the middle of the field, taking a drop at the 5, picked up at the 5 to the 10, out to the 15, out to the 20, ridden down at about short of the 20-yard line, coming down to make the tackle for the Cougars, and that play is going to be John Rivers Brown.
Morris on
the return, got it out to the 18. So first down and 10 for the Rebels on their own 18-yard line.
Another good job there on kick coverage. J.R. Brown making the play, stopping the Rebels short of the 20-yard line, and that's kind of the goal there. Keep them inside the 20, and you've been successful on your kick coverage team. 3:16 to go here. Cougars in control, 32-7. 3:16 in the first half. Rebels with the ball on their own, let's call it the 17-yard line.
Come under center. Toller will take it. He's going to hand it off. That's going to be a little pitch out.
Longmire,
the tailback, is going to be dropped for a loss.
It's like Ogden back there.
That's going to be about a 3-4 yard loss. Brings up a second down at 14 for the Rebels. Put the ball down on the Rebels 16. Brookhaven Academy home next week against Columbia. There'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff. It is Pink Night. So be sure to wear your pink and support cancer awareness next Friday.
Our good friend Brett Rudland, the voice of the Columbia Cougars, already calling and asking where he'll set up for next week's game.
Right up the middle, there's Cochran, got a little room. He gets back to near the original line of scrimmage, got about 4 or 5 yards in the play. Gets the ball back up to about the 21. That'll bring up a third down. We'll call it 8. That'll set up at the old place we used to broadcast from downstairs next to Dr. Moak. Call it 2nd and 7.
Another tackle in there for
3rd and 7.
Yeah, 3rd and 7.
The 3rd down 7 here for the Rebels. Once again, the high formation. Toller looking. Here comes some pressure. Toller is going to run to the right side. He's got some room if he can beat one man, but can't do it. Had one man to beat to get to the sideline and knock down about a yard gain there for Toller.
Hard hit across the field there. Rob Johnson coming up from his corner position, laid the wood on Toller, stopped him for a short gain. We'll give him 1. Good job by Johnson staying home on the scramble.
4th down and 6 for the Rebels. Toller had punted. The first punt was high but not real deep. Second time he punted, he was a bad snap. He was tackled for a loss, giving the Cougars great field position last time. Kick down the field. Not Barracott. Coming back as Waldrop, knocked down right side of the field. Coming up the field to make the tackle for the Rebels, going to be Dalton Rio. Rio makes the tackle at the 49. Cougars go on offense. First down at 10 at their own 49-yard line. 32-7 with 1:03 left here in this first half.
I expect Fortenberry to go back to the air. Been real successful all night, sort of that seam route or skinny post, as we like to call it. Fortenberry to Fortenberry has kind of been the formula tonight.
Snap back to Tyler Fortenberry. Looking, throws it down here to the right side. Caught by Dylan Fortenberry. Dives again across the 35, now to the 33. Big first down play. Making the tackle for the Rebels is Toller.
Give him 18 on the pitch and catch.
Dylan Fortenberry, the lone receiver to the home side. Three receivers to the far side. Fortenberry again throwing, looking, backside pressure. Fortenberry is going to be hit. Breaks the tackle, still on his feet. Finally dragged down inside the 30, about the 28-yard line. Fortenberry had some pressure, takes it down the field for a gain of around 5 or 6 yards. So second down and about 4 will call it for the Cougars on the Rebel 29. Fortenberry again to throw. Has time. Fires it to the right side. This ball is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Fortenberry. Dylan Fortenberry in the right corner. Good coverage down there. Kobe Longmire got a hand on the right, in the right corner of the end zone, or that would have been a touchdown. So we call it a fourth down. We're going to call it 4.5, 5 yards to go for the Cougars, Ken.
Cougars will go for it here with the clock winding down to 9 seconds left. So maybe one more play for the Cougars to try to stick it in the end zone here at the end of the half. Here's Fortenberry. Tyler looks down the field now, comes back to the other side. In the end zone to Dylan Fortenberry, makes a falling attempt at it, backwards falling down, but can't come up with it in the end zone. Incomplete pass, and that's going to end the first half of play. So 1.5 of play is in the books here, and the Cougars will take a 32-7 lead into halftime. Coming up, we'll talk some Cougars soccer, girls soccer at the halftime, among other things. So Beck will have all the halftime stats for you. That's all a part of the halftime show, and that's all coming up. So let's take 2 minutes. We'll take 2 minutes down the line right now. Cougar football will continue right after this on B92.
At KDMC Pediatric and Adolescent Clinic, we have 2 patients, your child and you, the parent. We communicate so you and your family get the reassurance you need. Your pediatricians and pediatric nurse practitioners know exactly how you feel because we feel the same way. After all, it's our community too. Call KDMC Pediatric and Adolescent Clinic to make an appointment today. 601-823-5204. King's Daughters Medical Center, caring for our community like no one else can.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau with Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Southwest Mississippi's Ford truck headquarters. The summer sales event is on at Sullivan Ford with $14,000 off Ford F-150. Yes, you heard that right, $14,000 off F-150. That's over 25% off a brand new 4-wheel drive Ford. And don't miss out on the $199 a month Ford Fiesta. These deals are hotter than the Mississippi sun. Come see our family here. Visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
For loads and loads and loads of quality, it's Speed Queen from Perkins Ace Hardware, Brookhaven. Speed Queen is built to do 25 years of laundry and carries the industry's best warranty. For loads and loads and loads of quality, it's Speed Queen from Perkins Ace Hardware, Highway 51 North and Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven. Open Monday through Saturday from 7 till 5.
Join in supporting our local schools this season. Brookhaven Monument Company is proud of all of our area schools and wishes them all a great year. Be sure and attend the games and cheer for your school. For over 70 years, Brookhaven Monument has been part of the community and pleased to support local events. Brookhaven Monument thanks you for choosing them to provide a lasting memorial to remember your loved ones. Visit the Brookhaven Monument showroom on Highway 51 North or call 833-5701.
Well, the Cougarettes entertaining here at halftime. We're at halftime here at the Mid-School Center in Liberty. Cougars with a lead 32-7 here at halftime as we turn over to Beck here to check out some halftime stats.
First half stats, Ken, after the first 2 drives, one for the Cougars and one for the Rebels to answer, has been all Cougars since then. For the Rebels in the first half, in the rushing department, Zach Cotton rushed the ball 11 times for 38 yards. Slade Toller, 7 rushes for 28 yards. He did have the 2-yard touchdown run, the lone score for the Rebels in the first half. Kobe Longmire, 3 rushes, totaling 1 yard in the first half. Toller was 3 for 8 in the first half for 22 yards, 2 interceptions. Jacob Weaver scrambling on a punt opportunity, 1 for 1 and 2 yards on that particular play. Actually, that was on an attempted field goal opportunity. He was 1 for 1 passing the ball. In the receiving department, Weaver had 1 catch for 14 yards, and Josie Butler 3 catches for 10 yards for the Rebels. For the Cougars in the first half, Nick Ogden rushed the ball 5 times for 53 yards, 2 touchdowns. Tyler Fortenberry, 2 rushes for 25 in the first half. Passing department, Fortenberry 7 for 16, 2 touchdowns. Dylan Fortenberry, 5 catches, 123 yards, and a score. Nick Ogden, 1 catch for 11 yards and a touchdown. Harrison Brownlee, 1 catch for 9 yards. Those are your offensive stats in the first half of the Rebels and the Cougars.
All right, 32-7 at halftime. Cougars on top of the Rebels, and of course, Rebels looking to try to stave off the Cougars. But right now, the Cougars appear to be just maybe not quite in sync, but they're getting there. They're getting almost to where I think Coach Rushing wants them to be.
Yeah, and I think he likes the pace. He talked about that early. He's going to put the ball in the air. That was his trademark. Offensive coordinator. We talked about it. Coach Caleb Upton's up here in the box with us, and back when Coach Upton played for Coach Rushing back in his high school days, they would pass it some 40, 45 times a night, and he just amassed unbelievable amounts of yards. And those are, that's what Coach Upton's looking for on the offensive side of the ball as the offensive coordinator. And they've got that going. A couple of drop passes out there, a couple of opportunities. I think that receivers could have hauled them in. Tyler Fortenberry looking pretty sharp tonight. Nick Ogden running the ball hard. All around a pretty good first half for the Cougars. You've got to remember, Ken, this is Fortenberry's second start of his high school career, and he's going and putting up some numbers like this. Can only get better as the season moves along.
At halftime, the score, Brookhaven Academy 32 and a mid-school center 7. Let's take 2 minutes down the line right now. 2 minutes, and we'll come back. We're going to talk about girls soccer with Coach LeBlanc. Right after this, 2 minutes on B92.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
And your home's roof takes a beating. Protect it and loved ones with a roof from Strength Roofing and Siding. From shingle or metal roof, let Strength Roofing and Siding put their 40 years of experience to work for you. They offer an unmatched lifetime warranty and work with insurance companies. Strength Roofing and Siding. Online at strengthroofingandsiding.com or call 601-373-7254. The same number since 1979.
Every day on your drive to work, you see your dream home. You know it is what you've hoped and dreamed for. You just don't know where to start. I'm Angie of Pike National Bank. I want to help you turn your dream into a reality. We can take the first step together, discuss the type of mortgage loans we offer, and find what's best for you. Visit me at our Brookhaven location today to apply. Pike National Bank, a better way to bank for your home. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
You have one agent for car insurance, another for home insurance, and still another for health insurance. Deal with just one agency for all your insurance needs. Insurance and Risk Managers Brookhaven has been serving families and businesses for generations. Professional agents at Insurance and Risk Managers will help you design a plan just right for your home, auto, life, health, and business insurance. Call 833-6321 or come by the office at 315 South Jackson Street, Brookhaven. Insurance and Risk Managers.
Yeah, we're at halftime right now of the game, Silver Bay, Brookhaven Academy here at Stone Stadium in Weston. With us, we're glad to have the head softball coach here at Brookhaven Academy, Coach Becky Flowers. And Coach Flowers, of course, your squad began playing well before the football team even started practicing. Season is going well this year. How about kind of catching us up on Lady Cougar softball?
Well, we are, yes, we did indeed begin early. We started practice the first week of July. Our first game was July 26th, I believe. First tournament game anyway. And we're currently 13-3 on our season, and have really kind of got off to a not a great start, but a good start, if that makes sense.
And I know a couple of years ago when we talked to you, you mentioned about the very young team you had, but you said the advantage of a young team, they get older and they learn. And obviously this team is I guess we can say older and a little bit wiser now, right?
Older, yes. Wiser, the verdict's still out, but we're working on it. Yes, those girls that I started with, this is my 6th season. And when I started here, my juniors were actually in the 6th grade. So now they're juniors and sophomores. You know, the group I started with, kind of our core group, pitchers, catchers, and athletes. And so, yeah, they are really more experienced together, I think, is the big key. Chemistry is there. We have so many different avenues we can follow as far as different pitching, you know, different hitters. We've got all kinds of talent on the team.
Now, pass pitch softball, what are some of the key things that you look for in a player? Obviously, somebody who can hit, but hitting is just, I guess we can say, half the game. You've got to have a good defense to go along with a good offense there.
Yeah, you really do. And, you know, obviously, just like with baseball, you know, pitching, what's in that circle is super important. Catcher is of equal importance just because you need a lot of athleticism, a good arm back there, and a good brain. I mean, that's the thing. And I guess that's kind of a harsh way of saying that, but you just have to have a little softball savvy, I guess, to your game. And that's just girls that have played enough to know and are quick to pick up, you know, like steals and bunt coverages and different things. And so we do a lot of things that make the game, and the game moves so fast. And that's what I think people that are fast pitch fans versus baseball fans, the baseball is obviously a very slow, long sport, and where fast pitch just moves so much faster.
And of course, kind of a new division this year, some new teams in our conference. Let's kind of talk about the conference and how conference play is stacking up.
Okay, well, right now we have played 3 district games, and we are 3-0 in district. We have another one. We have another one next week. I guess that means we have 4 left. Natchez Cathedral, ACCS, Oak Forest, and Silliman round out our district. Silliman Academy has several state championship and state championship appearances under their belt, so they are obviously the strongest competition. Their pitching's a little down this year, not what they're used to having, but they seem to always find a way to win. So that is probably going to be our strongest competition. Oak Forest has a couple of really good athletes that you always worry about. And you know, I don't ever try to overlook anyone. And then, of course, ATCS and Cathedral, we've been in the district with them before. And we have, you know, battled back and forth for years. And most of that rounds off to what you have in the circle, what you have coming back in the circle. Most of those teams are very young as far as their pitching staff is concerned. You know, my girls are young in that I have a sophomore and a junior pitcher, but they have been pitching for me since 7th and 8th grade in varsity games. So I think our preparation in the circle, our experience there puts us with a little bit of an edge, but certainly, you know, it's like with anything else. On any given night, anybody can come up, you know, with the right plays.
And, of course, the facility at Brookhaven Academy for Lady Cougar softball is really good. Great atmosphere to come watch softball. How about just a thumbnail sketch of some of the upcoming games at home, maybe?
Okay. Well, we have, I tell you, one of the things I really want to talk about, our next district game at home will be on into September. Actually, August 20, September 16th. It will be our last district game at home. Everything else is away. But I really want to talk about on September 10th. we are hosting Parkland Academy, who is just down the road from us. But that is going to be our Callie's Mission home game. It is going to be a night of a lot of fun, but we're also hoping that everything will fall into place. And Callie Cole, who you know was a Brookhaven Academy athlete, who was injured in a car accident on her way home from a softball game, September 10th is the 10-year anniversary of that accident. So we're going to honor Callie that night. Hopefully she'll get to come and theoretically throw out the first pitch or at least be honored at the game. I'm going to sell some T-shirts, some smoked pork plates that Jamie Gatlin is going to help us do. So we're real excited about that. Just in bringing back, someone that has been such a major contributor in our community since her accident. God's used her in so many ways, and we're going to get to honor Callie, and that's on September the 10th. And again, we got Park Lane to come play us on that night because the communities are so close, and all of those folks down there are aware of the accident as well.
All right, Coach Becky Flowers, head coach of the Brookhaven Academy Lady Cougars. Still a lot of softball to go. Appreciate you taking some time and talking to us about Lady Cougar softball. A lot of games to still be played, so we urge our fans to get out and support this very competitive softball team, and good luck on the rest of the year here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Experiencing shoulder, elbow, hip, or knee pain? Come see the experts, Dr. Larry Field and Dr. Austin Barrett at Mississippi Sports Medicine, located locally at the Brookhaven Medical Arts Building. Our specialized surgeons have over 50 years combined orthopedic experience specific to the shoulder, elbow, hip, and knee. Why see a general orthopedic when you could see the experts? Mississippi Sports Medicine, where we specialize for you. Request the Brookhaven location when scheduling your appointment at MississippiSportsMedicine.com or call 601-354-4488.
Paul Barnett Nissan is one of the fastest growing dealerships in Southwest Mississippi. Come experience the difference. Nissan Titan trucks are the only trucks on the market with a 100,000-mile bumper-to-bumper manufacturer's warranty and get up to $14,000 off MSRP. Come see the new Rocky Ridge Titan on display now. And all new or used vehicles purchased from Paul Barnett Nissan get 2 years worth of touch-and-go car washes. Experience the difference at Paul Barnett Nissan, exit 40 Brookway Boulevard, Brookhaven.
White & Associates is a CPA firm that provides personal and professional services in tax preparation and planning, payroll reports, financial statements, bookkeeping, and financial analysis and consulting. Corey White and the staff at White & Associates has been serving Brookhaven and the surrounding areas for the last 2 decades. If you are looking for a CPA firm, we ask that you consider White & Associates for all your accounting needs. Our office is located at 320 Brookhaven Street. Call us at 601-748-4580 or visit us at whiteandassociatesllc.com.
Well, welcome back here to Mid-School Center. Halftime score, Brookhaven Academy 32 and the Rebels 7 again, thanks to Coach LeBlanc for giving us an update on the Cougar soccer. Again, a couple of games coming up next week, both at Brookhaven Academy for Tuesday and Thursday of next week. So get out and support the Cougar soccer team and a softball team.
Yeah, absolutely. I've been hearing some great things. Had a chance to watch the girls soccer team a couple times, and they got a tremendous defensive squad. They got some have had some big wins this year and are making some noise in district. So a lot of good things going here. Of course, Coach Becky Flowers and the Lady Cougar softball team on a roll and eyeing a state championship. They know they've got work to do, but if there's a squad that can do it, they certainly can.
I want to remind you, as far as Brookhaven Academy Ladies Cougar softball on September 10th, they're going to be hosting Park Lane. That's going to be a benefit or a program for Callie that evening. So it's a very special night. So come out and watch softball, help out that special program that Callie's involved in as far as promoting a lot of good things. 32-7 is our halftime score. Let's see if we can put 3 more minutes on the clock here. We'll put 3 more minutes back on the clock here. Trying to get some scores around the area. Don't see any updates. The only thing we have is McLaurin leading Loystar 22-14 at the present time. No score reported Brookhaven High and Lawrence County. No score with West Lincoln. Summerall was leading Westland by score 20-0. Community College from last night. Of course, Colin defeating the Holmes Community College Bulldogs 27-21. In overtime, the Southwest Bears lose in overtime up to Northeast, final of 16-13 in that ball game. So that's how a couple of community college games that came out last night. Of course, Colin back at home this coming Thursday evening and they'll be hosting Northeast, the team that Southwest played this past Thursday evening and last night. So a lot of football.
A lot of football going on this that time of year, Ken. Just got a flash across my phone here. Hurricane Dorian has been upgraded to a Category 4. Of course, that's no real immediate threat to our particular area. I know we have some folks taking the long weekend and traveling down to the Gulf Shores or Pensacola area, so they'll have to keep an eye on that. It looks like it's going to hit the Florida and kind of move up the coastline there. But thoughts for those folks over on the east side of the state of Florida and up the eastern coastline as they face a pretty rough weekend and early next week with Hurricane Dorian turning out there in the Atlantic Ocean.
About a minute 30 before we get back to game action. Let's take one more 60-second break, 60 seconds down the line. And the Cougar football will continue right after this on B92.
For any job, big or small, rent the quality equipment you need from Rent Smart on Industrial Park Road, Brookhaven. Rent Smart now offers limestone rocks for driveways, landscaping, or any other project. It's sold by the ton with pickup or delivery available. Rent Smart also offers a wide variety of services such as land clearing, pond building, site prep, and more. Contact Rent Smart today at 601-565-1346. Rent Smart on Industrial Park Road, Brookhaven.
Here's the news from T.H. Perkins Furniture. The Pick-A-Pair Lazy Boy recliner sale has been extended.
It's the biggest recliner sale of the year. It's the Lazy Boy Pick-A-Pair sale at T.H. Perkins Furniture, Brookhaven. Get 2 Lazy Boy recliners at big discounts. This is a limited time sale. Take advantage of the savings and great financing options. T.H. Perkins Furniture, Highland Square Shopping Center in Brookhaven.
And shop for many other specials at T.H. Perkins Furniture.
32-7 as we're about 20 seconds away from the second half kickoff here at the Mid-School Center. And the Cougars at home for our first home game next week as we'll be facing the Columbia Academy Cougars. Rebels huddling up on the sideline. Cougars on the field. The Cougars will get the opening kickoff here for the second half. Cougars won the toss, deferred their option to the second half. So Weaver will tee the ball up here. The end of the ball game will present our player of the game, which is presented by Pro Performance of Brookhaven, powered by King's Daughters Medical Center. So Weaver will tee it up on the 40, back in the middle of that pack. Looks like that's going to be Dylan Waldrop standing back at about his 8-yard line. Kick is high to the right side, picked up by Brownlee. He and Fortenberry run into each other. Here's Brownlee coming to the 30, 35 out of bounds at about the 31 is where the Cougars go on offense. First down at 10 at their own 31-yard line.
Good aggressive play by Brownlee. Cut in, took that high kick, returned it about 18 yards out to the 36-yard line. Brownlee moving a little bit better than he was the first half. Nonetheless, Brownlee had a really productive first half of football, kind of nursing a sore ankle, I believe. Looks to me moving a lot better as he starts the second half.
Out come the Cougars. Tyler Fortenberry at quarterback. He'll have Ogden off to his right. 2 receivers off to the left, 2 to the right for the Cougars. Fortenberry wants to throw, looking, fires it out here, caught by Dylan Fortenberry. Tries to sidestep a tackler, gets it up to midfield. That'll be enough for a first down. Tackle made up the field by the Rebels' Longmire. So first down 10, Cougars, right just the nose of the football into Rebel territory. An up-tempo offense for the Cougars. They're ready to go again already. Fortenberry now moving up front.
Yeah, had a twitch on the ball. Center moved the ball, did not snap it. It'll be 5 yards against the Cougars.
The Cougars will have the ball marked back to their 45. First down at 15. Fortenberry again will have Ogden off to his right. 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right. Fortenberry to throw. Fires it out here. Right side, Dylan Fortenberry out of the 40. Out of bounds at about the 37. That's another Cougar first down.
Give him 17, pitch, catch, and run.
Richie Morris making the tackle for the Rebels. So first down at 10, 2 passes, same spot to Fortenberry. From Fortenberry. Bradley and Fortenberry to this side. Keeper by Tyler Fortenberry gets across the 30. He'll take it to about the 29 where he's tripped up. Taking the tackle is going to be Dallas Bear. About a 5-yard pickup for Fortenberry. Second down and about 5 to go for Tyler Fortenberry.
Cougars got it turning right here again. Play clock inconsequential.
And Fortenberry to throw. Throws it to Dylan Fortenberry. Unintercepted. Tipped off hand of Fortenberry. Picked off by the Rebels. They're going to take it back up to Longmire. Going to take it back up to the 45. That ball a little bit high. Dylan Fortenberry going up in the air to try to make the catch to kind of ricochet off his hands right into the arms of Longmire, who runs it back up to the 45-yard line.
Yeah, pretty good. The kind of same pattern we saw all night. Thrown a little bit behind Dylan Fortenberry and high, tipped it off his hand with his left hand straight up into the air. Longmire, Johnny on the spot. It's going to be a penalty at the end of the play against the Rebels. They're blocking the back.
Blocking the back of the Rebels. That'll put the ball back in the 30. So first down 10 Rebels at their own 30. We're in the third quarter. 10:57 left in the third. 32-7 Brookhaven. Cougars had a drive going, but that's snuffed down by the pass interception. They'll go to the I formation. Receivers left and right. Give to Longmire. He's going to be wrestled out of the backfield. Shooting in there to make the tackle for the Cougars is going to be Tate Rushing. Looks like
a big Cade Watson, I believe.
Cade Watson. Yeah. Cade Watson. Loss of 4 in the play. Brings up a second and 16. Ball on the Rebel 26.
Watson almost untouched right there. Must have had the center pull him on that play. Shot straight through there. Longmire. Nowhere to go.
Max will stay in the I formation. Copper in the up back of the set. And the pitch back to Longmire. Longmire turns the corner. Comes across the 30 out to about the 32. Picks up about 5 or 6 in the play for the Rebels. Will bring up a third down play now for the Rebels. Third down at about 8.
2 straight running plays there by Longmire. Hard running there.
He's only 140 pounds, but he runs a little bit bigger than that.
Yeah, hard hit out there. Tarver, Walmart collision at about the 32-yard line.
So third down, we'll call it right at 8 to go. Go back to the shotgun set. Toller will call for the ball. So miscommunication of the backfield, and Toller is going to go down for a loss. Kind of hard to tell if he's going to hand the ball off or fake it to Kaufman. They kind of ran into each other. By the time they got untangled, the Cougars were all over the play and knock it down for a loss. So fourth down and about 14 or 15 to go now for the Rebels. So they'll bring Waldrop back to about the 30, about the 40 in Cougar territory. Toller will punt it away. Kick almost blocked, not real deep. Take a slow Rebel roll there, rolls down to about the 42, and that's where the Cougars go on offense. First down is 10 at their own 42. So first down 10 Cougars. Put the ball in the Cougar 43.
And, of course, the Cougars turned it over via the interception last time, but nothing really, no turnover is good, but that was one. It was just a tipped ball by the receiver, went straight up in the air. So not a bad pass, just an unfortunate break that worked against the Cougars. So let's see if they can get it going again on this drive.
Tyler Fortenberry, quick out's going to be caught by Brownlee. Brownlee turns upfield, got it midfield about the 49 in Rebel territory, knocked down across the way. That's going to be Grant Etheridge making the tackle. But Brownlee with a good run after the catch picks up close to 7. We'll call it for a second down at 3 in midfield. Once again, a little fake there by Tyler Fortenberry. He's got the first down on his feet, dropped hard, and his helmet comes off. He's got a first down now. The helmet off, does he have to go out?
I think he does.
He's going to have to go out for one play.
And number 6 onto the field, Ray Stewart, the 9th grader, had a good game last night in junior high. Junior high defeated Centerville Academy. I believe the score ended up 32-16. So a good showing last night. Stewart calling the signals for the Cougars last night on to spell Fortenberry since he lost his helmet on that last play.
Little handoff inside, short gain. The handoff is going to be given inside to a Brown, John Rivers Brown. Got a couple of yards, got up to about the 45. Give him only one. Probably got more than that, but give him one. Brings a second down and 9 now for the Cougars at the Rebel 46. Fortenberry back in after that one play absence. Goes down to Dylan Fortenberry. The pass is going to be caught down around the 36. So a little bit short of the first down. So third down, about a yard to go here. Put the ball on the Rebel 37. Clock is rolling at 7:20 left in the third quarter. 32-7, Brookhaven. Fortenberry again fires it off left side, has a man open. The ball's going to be caught on the left side. That's going to be a touchdown for the Cougars.
19, Jackson Logan down the left sideline. We're going to call it 37 yards. Fortenberry to Logan. Logan walked it in from about the 5 after making the over-the-shoulder catch. Fortenberry right on the mark right there. 37-yard pass, catch, and run for the touchdown for the Cougars.
Here comes their New York Life Insurance extra point attempt by Dwayne Allred. Kelly Allred brought to you by them. And Corey Case will try to kick it through here out of the hold of Tyler Fortenberry. Snap comes back, placement down. The kick is up. The kick is right down the middle. It's good. Break in the action. 7:07 left in the third quarter. It is now Brookhaven Academy 39 and the Rebels of the Mid-School Center 7. Let's take 30 seconds down the line. Brookhaven Academy Cougar football will continue after this on B92.
Being good at life means treating your business like your family, making sure that everyone's on the right path toward financial security. With over 170 years of expertise, New York Life Insurance Company can help find the best plan for your business and the employees who help it grow. So give Dwayne Allred, your local New York Life agent, a call. He can also help you plan your family's financial future. You can reach him at 601-833-0604 or look for him at NewYorkLife.com.
37-yard pass play. The Cougars take the punt, 43 yards, drive at 57 yards for the TD. They take now a 39-7 lead, 7:07 left here in the third quarter.
Good read there by Fortenberry. Look right. He's been going into Dylan Fortenberry on most of his passes to the right side. Looked off the defensive back. Jackson Logan snuck down the left sideline. Fortenberry hit him in stride for pay dirt for the Cougars.
Corey Case will kick it off here for the Cougars. And Cochran set up here on the bars at their side. Cochran will take it to the 6, to the 10, to the 15, to the 20. 25, 30, 35, 40, up to the 45-yard line. Finally ridden down by the Cougars. That's Cohen Case coming up, the freshman making the tackle. As Cochran with a good run back takes it all the way up to the 45-yard line for the Rebels.
Kid, I'm going to throw one more thing into the mix. Also in on the tackle, number 13, Trevor Fortenberry. Yet another Fortenberry in on the play for the Cougars. Of course, Trevor, he's a 9th grade running back, had a big game versus Centerville last night.
So Rebels have it first down at 10. Play clock down to 10 seconds already on the Rebels. Work out of the shotgun set. Fuller will take it, turns, gives it off to Cochran. Cochran trying to work his way up right side. Can't get anything.
Dave Watson once again, Ken.
Watson shooting in there to knock down Cochran for about a yard loss. Back to about the 44, so second down 11.
as Dr. Ed would say, Watson dissecting that offensive line from his nose tackle position.
Second down 11 for the Rebels. And Cougars at home next week. It's Pink Night against Columbia Academy. Kickoff at 7 o'clock next Friday. Receivers left and right. Toller to throw. Here comes the pressure. Toller's going to run to his right. He has some room. Midfield. First down at the 42. Toller alertly tucks that ball and runs, and the pressure was coming up the middle, got to the outside. Gets a first down run down to the Cougars' 44-yard line.
Trenton Tarver came hard on the linebacker blitz right up the middle. Toller did a good job sidestepping Tarver. Got out around the right side, picked up 11 on the play and the first down. Tackle downfield. Gage Brown for the Cougars.
First down, 10 Rebels. Here they come on the Cougar 44. Go back to the high set. Toller works under center. High set. Cawthorn is up back in the set. And it gives to Longmire. Longmire has room. Longmire down the right side, 30, inside the 30. He's going to take it down all the way down to about the 24. So quick hitter off the right side, and Longmire takes it down to around the 24-yard line. Another first down for the Rebels.
Give Longmire about 22 yards on that carry. Got him. He hit that hole, Ken. Shot through there, showed some good speed in open field. Rob Johnson with a touchdown-saving tackle for the Cougars.
So first down at 10 for the Rebels on the Cougar 24. They'll stay in the high set. Receivers left and right. Flag going to have a legal procedure. Rebels. 5:14 left in the third quarter. 39-7. Brookhaven Academy. Rebels trying to attack one on here. They get the ball to the 24, but a 5-yard penalty is going to move them back to the Cougar 29. First down at 15. Stay in the high set, receivers left and right. And to give to Longmire. Longmire goes left, comes back inside and runs right in. Looks like he ran right into Carter Smith, maybe. So Carter Smith on the tackle. Got maybe a yard, if that, so we'll get it 1 yard. So that'll be a second down. And 14 now for the Rebels on the Cougar 28.
Good hard hit by Smith, stopping Longmire in his tracks.
Play clock down to 8. I think the Cougars will let it go into 22. Don't believe. Out of the shotgun, Toller to throw. Has some time. Here comes some pressure. Toller tucks it to run. He's got some room at the 25. Still on his feet, but manhandled again by Carter Smith at about the 23. Got 7 yards in the play, but it'll bring up a third down at about 7 for the Rebels. Put the ball down on the Cougar 22.
Toller dropped back to pass, looking for a couple options out there. Saw nothing. Good coverage by the defensive backfield from the Cougars. Elected to run it. Picked up about 7 on the play. Third down. We'll call it 7 for the Rebels.
Rebels in 2-down territory inside the Cougar 25, about the 22. Got a whistle, and let's see what the issue is here.
Got a timeout on the field.
Timeout for the Rebels as they make the timeout call here. So we do have a break in the action. In the third quarter, we have 3 minutes and 13 seconds left to go in the quarter. Brookhaven Academy leads the contest right now. Brookhaven Academy 39, and that School Center is 7. Let's take another 30. We'll take 30 seconds down the line. Brookhaven Academy Cougar football. We'll continue after this on B92.
Hey, this is Shannon Aker for Bank of Brookhaven. We're proud to be part of the All Point ATM network with over 55,000 locations throughout the United States, Canada, Mexico, Puerto Rico, the United Kingdom, and Australia. You can find it at All Point ATM by going to the locator app at allpointnetwork.com. Remember, at Bank of Brookhaven, it's all about you. Bank of Brookhaven, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Welcome back to Mid School Center here in Liberty. 3:13 left in the third quarter, 39-7 Brookhaven. Toller throws toward the end zone. This ball is going to be tipped away at the last second. Man was open momentarily, but somebody from the Cougars, the secondary, got over there, got a hand on it, knocked it away. Incomplete. Fourth down and about 7. Obviously, the Rebels will go for it this end of the football field.
Trying to pick up a number. Looks like John Rivers Brown back there with a good pass defensive play at the last minute to knock it away in the end zone. Push it back to fourth down. 7 yards to go for the Rebels.
Pistol set. Fake the handoff to Hawthorne and nothing doing as Trey Fortenberry comes in to wrap up Toller for a loss. That's going to be back near the 24. So the Cougars go on offense. First down at 10 from their own 26-yard line, 24-yard line.
Good job there by Fortenberry. Read that one, stayed at home. Sort of a reverse option. Toller came out to his left, was going to spin back. Nothing doing. Fortenberry read it all the way, threw him for about a 2-yard loss and a turnover on downs for the Cougars. 3 minutes to go here in the third quarter of play. 39-7. Cougars out front.
Cohen Case in at a running back right now for the Cougars. And he will get to carry. Here comes Case. Going on the speed all the way up to midfield. Cohen Case, the little freshman, turned the corner and picks it up all the way to midfield for the Cougars. That's going to be about a 26-yard pickup for Case.
Keep commenting about the junior high game last night. Case also had a big game for the Cougars. Will scat back, showed his speed right there around left side. Took it for 26 yards in the first down.
The first down 10 in midfield again. A fake to Case. Keeper by Tyler Fortenberry. Midfield 45, 40. Turned over at around the 37. First down 10. Coming up to make the tackle is going to be Longmire once again for the Rebels. But a big run by Tyler Fortenberry at about 86 yards rushing last week.
59 tonight. 226 in the air.
First down 10 Cougars and the Rebel 37. Owen Case stays in as the running back. He'll set up to the left side of Fortenberry. Trips to the left side. Single out to the right side. Pitch out to Case. He won't get much at all. He'll get just maybe a yard, if that. Taking the tackle is going to be Dallas Fair.
That play slow developing, Ken. Little delayed pitch to the left side.
Like to lose a yard in the play. Second out at 11. Put the ball back in the 38. Clock rolling at 1:37 left in the third. 39-7 Brookhaven. Fortenberry again, the keeper right up the middle by Fortenberry. Hit after a short game. Got it to about the 35. Picks up about 4 on the play. Brings up a third down. And we'll call it about 8 to go here for the Cougars on the Rebel 35-yard line.
Right there, a little bit out of the range, would be about a 52-yard field goal attempt should the Cougars fall unsuccessful from this point right here for Corey Case. Let's see what the Cougars, they may go to there. It could be in 4-down territory.
Third down play coming up for the Cougars and the Rebels on the 35-yard line. Hand off inside to Cohen. Case got past one tackler. Goes across the 30. He's too close to the first down. Looks like he'll be a little bit short, maybe about a yard short.
Got a flag from right in the middle. I think we're going to get the Cougars for holding.
Hold on the Cougars. That will wipe out a positive gain there by Case.
Came from that middle official. Sets up there right behind the linebackers. Spot foul. It'll move it back. Be a third down and about 14 yards to go. Let's call it 15 to go for the Cougars.
That moves the ball back out to the Rebel 43.
Kind of expect the Cougars to go to the air right here.
Fortenberry will take it. Drops back. Has time across the middle. Bradley has it. Knocked out of his hand. And interception.
It was Rob Johnson, number 8. Caught it. Took a step. Bobbled it. Went straight up in the air again. Pass right on the numbers from Fortenberry. Just wrestled away from Johnson. And the interception for the Rebels squelches the drive for the Cougars.
The Rebels, again, that's their third interception, I believe, tonight. Is that right? The second.
I've got 2 in the book.
Two interceptions. All right. First down, 10 Rebels. They'll have the ball. And once again, a timeout is going to be called by the Rebels with 20 seconds left in the third quarter. 20 seconds left in the third. 39-7, Brookhaven Academy with a lead. We'll take 30 seconds down the line. 30 seconds. Brookhaven Academy Cougar football will continue after this on B92.
Emotional and psychological problems have treatments, just like any other health issue. Still, you might not know how to find out what's right for you. We understand. That's why we created the KDMC Behavioral Wellness Center. We've seen how behavioral difficulties can affect someone's life. We can help you. Call KDMC Behavioral Wellness Center to make an appointment today. 601-835-9499. King's Daughters Medical Center. Caring for our community like no one else can.
20 seconds left in the third quarter. Brookhaven Academy on top, 39-7. Rebels will have it first down at 10. They'll have the ball at about their own 25-yard line. Second interception of the ball game for the Rebels. Both those interceptions back on tips.
Yeah, tip balls, the old tip drill. Something you work on every day in practice. Your defensive backs proved fruitful for the Rebels.
Backs will be in the high set for the Rebels. Give it off to Cochran. Rather, it'll be Longmire. He gets nothing. Check that. There'll be Butler. Butler gets nothing on the play. In fact, he'll lose a yard. That should be about the last play of this third quarter. So second down at 12, and that's going to be down to 0-0-0. Third quarter is in the books, and the books will show Brookhaven Academy with a lead 39-7 over the Mid-School Center. Let's take another quick 30 seconds. We'll take 30 seconds down the line. We'll come back to the offensive play from the Rebels. 30 seconds down the line. Cougar football continues after this on B92.
Hey, this is Will Thibodeau with Sullivan Ford Lincoln, Southwest Mississippi's Ford truck headquarters. The summer sales event is on at Sullivan Ford with $14,000 off Ford F-150. Yes, you heard that right, $14,000 off F-150. That's over 25% off a brand new four-wheel drive Ford. And don't miss out on the $199 a month Ford Fiesta. These deals are hotter than the Mississippi sun. Come see our family here. Visit us on the World Wide Web at SullivanFordLincoln.com. Sullivan Ford Lincoln. We're better, we're proving it, and we want you to be the judge. Exit 40, Brookhaven.
And Ole Miss football tomorrow on B92. Ole Miss in the Liberty Bowl to take on the Memphis Tigers. That's a 9 o'clock pregame show. The 11 o'clock kickoff tomorrow morning. Southern Miss takes on Alcorn State, Jay Hobson's old club. And Mississippi State takes on Tulane.
Ken, back to that Ole Miss game. When are we going to start doing 2-hour pregame shows?
No time soon. Anytime soon. 2-hour pregame shows and then 2-hour postgame shows and a 3-hour football game. So
we'll call it a day. Overtime.
Handoff inside. Again, that's going to be a give off inside the Butler. No gain in the play.
Trey Fortenberry back in the backfield, busting that one up, throwing Butler for the loss. Another flag on the play. Let's see what we've got here. Be a false start or illegal procedure. It's going to be declined. Cougars will take the loss of the negative yards. We have third down. We'll call it about 15 for the Rebels. 11:56 to go here in the fourth period. 39-7 Cougars in control here at Dale Caston Memorial Stadium in Liberty.
LSU affiliate had a 5-hour pregame show. Their own 1 hour, 3-hour LSU pregame, and a 1 hour somebody else, and then they had a 5-hour postgame show.
That's loving some football.
Toller throws it down the field. This ball is going to be tipped away, almost intercepted by the Cougars. Last man that had a hand on it was Trevor Fortenberry. Incomplete down around the 45-yard line.
Had 4 Cougars back guarding number 2. That's Jacob Weaver on the go route. And a lot of traffic back there, a lot of white jerseys around that one. Brownlee got a hand on it, knocked it away, almost intercepted by Trevor Fortenberry.
So 4th down play coming up, punting situation here for Toller. Waldrop stands near midfield. Kick is an end-over-end kick. Waldrop will take it on the fly. And apparently he did make the fair catch. Fair catch made by Waldrop right at midfield. 11:29 left in the ball game. 39-7 for the Cougars. Now, if the Cougars score here, the rolling clock would automatically go into effect. Anytime you hit 35 points difference, the clock, there's no saying, no, we don't want the clock. It automatically rolls.
So a field goal or touchdown would necessitate the rolling clock for the remainder of this one. Wholesale substitutions for the Cougars. Fortenberry does stay in at quarterback. Cohen Case
will stay in. Jackson Logan at the wide out. Hand off to Case. Case right at the middle, and Case will get the ball down to about 46-yard line. He picks up 4 on the play.
Michael Watts, Jackson Logan, the receivers on this side. Jalen Huffman along the far side, along with Trevor Fortenberry. Some new faces out for the Cougars.
Out come the Cougars. Here's Fortenberry. And we'll give the ball inside. Scooting outside with big room, 40. Inside the 40, first down territory down to the 32 on the run. That time it's going to be John Rivers Brown. So the young running back's getting an opportunity to play here, Beck, and that's always good.
J.R. Brown got hit in the backfield, spun away, showed his speed, broke it out, picked up about 10 yards after contact.
So Brown will stay in there to the right side of Fortenberry. Double outs left and right for the Cougars. 10:25 left in the ball game. 39-7 Cougars on top.
It's like Fortenberry's going to milk the clock down. Let it run. 10-17, 12 on the play clock.
They'll snap it under 5 seconds. Here's going to be the give again to Brown. Brown scoots around the left side, gets in there inside the 30, takes it down about the 28. Check that. That's going to be Case, Cohen Case on the carry.
Tell you what, Brown and Case, they both about the same size, similar running styles.
Second down, about 2 yards to go, 8-yard pickup for Case. Johnson back into the wide out. He'll line up on the near side. Fortenberry watches that play clock and winds down toward 5 seconds. And to give off inside to Case. He's got room across the 20. He's got the first down and more. Down to the 19. A little quick hitter right up the middle for Case. And he picks up nice yardage down to the 19-yard line. First down at 10 for the Cougars.
Case put together some production. 5th rushing attempt, 48 yards for the youngster. I want to comment, Ken, on center Tate rushing. We haven't seen a bad snap all year long, and that's the trigger. A lot of teams, if they can't get that center to quarterback exchange, as Coach Caleb Upton knocks on wood here in the press box. But Tate rushing doing a good job getting snaps off. I believe we got Ray Stewart, number 6, the freshman, in for the Cougars at quarterback. So that may be the night for Fortenberry.
Brown, the running back. Brown gives a handoff. Brown will have a little room across the 20, takes it down to about the 15, picks up about 3 or 4 on the play.
Again, good sidestep. Brown was bottled up in the hole, took a quick step left, picked up about 3 more yards, on what would have been a short gain, 4 yards on the carry for John Rivers Brown.
Second down and 6. Ball spotted down on the Rebels 16-yard line. Bob Johnson checks back into the wideout. Stewart, your quarterback, takes the snap, hands it off to Brown. To Case, rather. Case is going to be wrapped up after a short gain, got a yard or so. He'll be pulled down on the far side over there. Host of the blue jerseys make the tackle on the far side. Picks up a couple, brings up a third down. We'll call it about 3 to go. Of course, right now we're well within Corey Case's range for a field goal attempt.
Yeah, like we mentioned, with 7:50 on the clock, it is rolling. If we pick up 3 points right here, it would be a continuously running clock for the remainder of the night. Case stays in the backfield with Ray Stewart.
Stewart takes it and gives it off to Case. Case goes in the teeth of that Rebels defense, and he'll be stopped short of the first down.
Come on, just a little short. Let's see if they call on Corey Case right here.
It's fourth down, less than a yard. Ball spotted down close to the 10, about an 11-yard line. It would be about a 31-yard attempt here for Corey Case. Still do not see Case coming onto the field. It's fourth down, like we said, about less than a yard to go.
Let's see if Coach Rushing lets it run down and calls timeout, or he may go ahead and snap it to Stewart right here. He does.
Stewart's going to drop the football. He's going to be tackled for a loss. The ball will go over on downs now to the Rebels. So Stewart got distracted there at the last second. Seemed like he took his eye off the ball for about just a momentary snap count, and the ball came to him. He wasn't quite ready for it, and dropped the ball. Got tackled for a loss. Ball goes back to the Rebels.
Yeah, Stewart was running that read option, had it in the belly of Cohen Case, decided to pull it out at the last minute. I think Case kind of hung onto the ball with one hand, and just a tussle between quarterback and running back. Ball fell between them. Stewart alertly on top of it, but not enough to pick up the first down for the Cougars.
Water timeout, heat timeout here at the Mid-School Center. 6:49 left in the ball game. Brookhaven Academy 39 and the Rebels of the Mid-School Center 7. Let's take another 30 seconds down the line. 30 seconds and Cougar football will continue after
Perkins
this.
Ace Hardware is the place.
For tools, electrical, plumbing supplies, and paint.
Perkins Ace Hardware is the place for
Bad boy mowers, lawn and garden supplies.
Perkins Ace Hardware is the place for
Appliances, large and small.
Perkins Ace Hardware is the place
For the helpful hardware folks.
Perkins Ace Hardware, Highway 51 North at Lincoln Plaza, Brookhaven.
6:49 left in the ball game. Rebels will take over on downs. They'll have it at about their 20-yard line. Cougars led 32-7 at halftime. Toller out of the shotgun. He'll come out of the pistol set. Cawthorn behind him. Give to Cawthorn. Right up the middle. Cawthorn will pull his way across the 20. Comes up to about the 23. Picks up 3 or 4 yards in the play. Middle of that Cougar line finally pulls him down. That's going to be August Sullivan, among others, making the tackle. So that'll bring up a pretty good gain there. He got more than I thought he did. There was about 6 in the play. So second down and 4 for the Rebels. Ball put down on the Rebels 24. Out come the Rebels. They'll stay in the shotgun set. The pistol set in behind Toller. Keeper by Toller. He's going to be hit, wrestled to the ground, but he does get 2 or 3 yards in the play. Making the tackle is going to be Bailey Reed, the freshman for Brookhaven Academy. Picks up a couple. That'll be third down and about 4 to go now. So there's a flag down. Face mask Brookhaven. So no question about what the next play it'll be. It'll be a first down and 10 for the Rebels.
Yeah, I think there's one thing, a few more penalties than I know that Coach Rushing would like. We'll several 15-yard varieties, a couple holding penalties. So have to clean that up. Second or third face mask against the Cougars this evening.
Moves the ball all the way out here to the 43-yard line. So first down, 10 Rebels. The clock rolling at 5:50 left in the ball game. 39-7 Brookhaven. Toller hands it to Cochran. He's hit in the backfield. He'll be gang tackled in the backfield for a loss. Harrison Brownlee among those in that trio making the tackle for the Cougars back on the 39-yard line.
Easton Boyd, another freshman back there, number 11, clogging that one up in the backfield.
Put the ball on the 40, brings up a second down and about 13 to go here. 3-yard loss in the play for Cochran. Double house to the right side, double house to the left side. Cochran stays in at the running back next to Toller. Keeper by Toller. Check that. That's not going to be Toller. That's going to be, instead, look like Jacob Weaver, perhaps. A couple of yards in the play. They'll come up to about the 43, the original line of scrimmage. Brings up a little further up the field than that, closer to 45. So that'll set up a third down and about 8 to go here for the Rebels on their own 44.
Like number 11, Briar Reed, late add to the roster down at the bottom, in at running back, and Toller is back at quarterback position for 8. So now Reed goes back out to wide out. So running back by committee for the Rebels.
Toller will take it, wants to throw a little quick out to Longmire. Longmire at the 40 will lose yardage. Cougars snuffed that one out real well. First man on the scene for the Cougars is going to be Easton Boyd, another freshman. The fourth down at about 9. Cougars anticipate the punt. Colin Waldrop will drift back to about his 35-yard line. Anticipating the punt here from Toller. Play clock down to 5. Still haven't snapped it. Rebels want a timeout. So Rebels will take a timeout. 3:35 left in the ball game. Brookhaven Academy leading at 39-7 over the ASC Rebels here in Liberty tonight at the Miss School Center. Let's take another 30 seconds down the line. 30 seconds. Cougar football will continue after this on B92.
Join in supporting our local schools this season. Brookhaven Monument Company is proud of all of our area schools and wishes them all a great year. Be sure and attend the games and cheer for your school. For over 70 years, Brookhaven Monument has been part of the community and pleased to support local events. Brookhaven Monument thanks you for choosing them to provide a lasting memorial to remember your loved ones. Visit the Brookhaven Monument showroom on Highway 51 North or call 833-5701.
Time back in. 3:35 left in the contest. 39-7 Brookhaven. Here comes the punt from Toller. Snap is off his fingertips. He's going to have to do something in a hurry. Tried to punt it. Can't do that. It's going to try. Now it's going to rugby style. We got that ball out of the back. He's going to get a pretty good hold there, Beck. But he's going to go all the way down to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, fantastic job there by Toller. Snap was right on the money. Just went straight through his hands. Scrambled around. Went all the way back to the 25-yard line. Thought he was going to turn it, run it upfield. Saw a little wedge he could kick it through, and got off about a 32-yard punt after the scramble. Pushed it back to about the 30-yard line of the Cougars.
So first down 10 for the Cougars. Stewart will come in at quarterback. Once again, another timeout. No timeout. No timeout. Apparently, the Rebels do not have enough men on the field there, Beck, so they're forced to call a timeout for a lineman. We'll just keep it right here. 3:22 left in the ball game. 39-7 Brookhaven again. Home next week against Columbia. It'll be pink night, so wear pink and show your support for breast cancer awareness and research. It'll be a 7 o'clock kickoff next week. Soccer Tuesday and Thursday at Brookhaven Academy. Don't forget, September 10th, the night for Callie. Park Lane will be coming in to play against Brookhaven Academy Lady Cougars softball. It'll be a night for Callie and a fundraiser for her various projects. Well, time back in as the Cougars get back in the field right now. Rebels do not have enough men in the field, forced to call a timeout to get that adjusted. Stewart will look at that play clock and let it wind all the way down under 5 seconds or so. Clock is stopped at 3:22 left. Give to Case, Cohen Case across the 30. And he goes forward to about the 35, making the tackle is going to be Mellinger, Jason Mellinger. He's one of these many freshmen on his team for the Mid-School Center Rebels.
So I can pick up some of the linemen. Number 71 in for the Cougars, Mason Davis. 77, Braden Smith, I believe, also in there.
Yeah, to give to Case, and Case gets outside of the 40. Somebody grabs him by the jersey and drags him down, but he's got a first down out to the 44. So Cohen Case, good night running the football here, Beck.
63 yards on 9 carries, so good job there by the freshman Case.
Clock rolls at 2:40 left in the ball game. Stewart stays in at quarterback. Cohen Case will stay in the backfield with him. Receivers left and right. Once again, they can give the ball to Case, and he bounces outside inside the midfield stripe. Takes it to Rebel territory, about the 48. Making the tackle for the Rebels is going to be Maddox. I don't have the failures down there. Maddox Williams makes the tackle.
Another good run by Case. John Rivers Brown's going to give him a blow. Number 22 now running back for the Cougars.
Double outs left and right for the Cougars.
Easton Boyd in at quarterback.
Hand off to Brown. Brown's going to turn the corner down the right sideline. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. He'll go off 5. Touchdown for Brown.
49 yards. Scamper. John Rivers Brown. Give him 6, Ken.
But John Rivers Brown sweep to the right side, got it outside, ran through a tackler, takes it 49 yards for the touchdown. But the Cougars take the lead, a score of 45-7.
I'll tell you what, Case and Brown have come in. Brown with 65 yards on the touchdown. Case 72 yards, all here in the fourth quarter of play. Good job by that young stable of running backs for the Cougars.
Here comes your New York Life Insurance agent. Extra point brought to you by Kelly Allred and Plain Allred. Corey Case will try to nail another one here for the Cougars tonight out of the hold of Trey Tyler Fortenberry. Snap down, place him down. The kick is up and is right down the middle once again. Breaking the action. 50 running seconds left in the contest. Brookhaven Academy 47. 46-7. We'll just hold it here since we do have a running clock. We may get the kickoff, and that'll be about it. So we'll just got to hold on to things here. We'll take a break at the end of the game and come back and wrap it up here. Stay tuned. Following our game, starting about 9:45, Jeff Van will have complete scores and highlights from around the area and the state. That'll start 9:45, goes to about 10:45. You can hear it on B92. Clock is rolling down to 7, 5, 4, 3. That's going to be it. Well, Cougars going to win it tonight. Final score 46-7. Cougars will go to 2-0 on the year. Rebels will fall to 1-3. 46-7. Cougars win it. We're going to take a 2-minute break. Let's take 2 minutes down the line right now. We'll come back with the post-game stats and we'll wrap it up here from the Mid-School Center right after this on B92.
Brookhaven Academy has been serving our community for over 40 years. They offer a quality education and a Christian and learning environment for all students from preschool through 12th grade. Students each receive opportunities to excel in the arts, ACT prep, extracurricular activities, college preparatory curriculum, and athletics. Come visit Headmaster Jason Case and Elementary Principal Paige Nielsen to see how Brookhaven Academy is making a difference one child at a time.
And your home's roof takes a beating. Protect it and loved ones with a roof from Strength Roofing and Siding. From shingle or metal roof, let Strength Roofing and Siding put their 40 years of experience to work for you. They offer an unmatched lifetime warranty and work with insurance companies. Strength Roofing and Siding. Online at strengthroofingendsiding.com or call 601-373-7254. The same number since 1979.
Hi, I'm Richard Furr at Pike National Bank. If you're a business owner, you know that managing your finances can be overwhelming. That's why it's much easier to have one banker to help you achieve and maintain your goals. From checking accounts to loans, we have what you need to keep your banking simple. Visit me at our Brookhaven location to learn more. Pike National Bank, a better way to bank for your business. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
Well, the Cougars have a night tonight back there. We get a lot of young guys in there. Great performances by Brown and Cohen Case. Both those guys together about 160 rushing here and late in the second half.
Yeah, I tell you what, J.R. Brown, 65 yards, had the big 49-yard touchdown scamper late in the fourth quarter, 65 yards on the night, 72 yards from Cohen Case on 10 carries. So the young guys, but you and I were talking in the break. I think the Fortenberry connection, Tyler Fortenberry to Dylan Fortenberry, kind of spelled doom for the Rebels and victory for the Cougars early on. That's where they kind of took over, moving the ball up and down the field. And I think you and I would agree, Fortenberry with 8 catches, 161 yards, and a touchdown will be our KDMC player of the night.
Our KDMC Pro Sports Performance Center, powered by Kings Dogs Medical Center, Dylan Fortenberry. How about a few other stats here real quick?
For the night, real quickly for the Rebels, AFC, Zach Cochran, 12 rushes for 37 yards. Slade Toller, 12 rushes as well for 44 yards and a touchdown, the lone touchdown for the Rebels. Kobe Longmire had 6 rushes for 26 yards on the evening. Only 5 completed passes on the night for the Rebels for 27 yards. And that spells the offensive stats for the Rebels. For the Cougars on the night, Nick Ogden rushed the ball 5 times for 53 yards and 2 touchdowns. Fortenberry, that'll be Tyler, 6 rushes, 62 yards. John Rivers Brown, as we mentioned, 4 rushes for 65 and a score of the 49-yard touchdown run. And then Cohen Case, 10 rushes for 72 yards on the evening. In the passing department, Fortenberry, 12 for 23, 226 yards, 3 touchdowns. He did have 2 tipped interceptions. In the receiving department, Dylan Fortenberry, 8 catches for 161, 1 touchdown. Nick Ogden, 1 catch for 11 yards and a score. And Jackson Logan, the 37-yard, he had 1 catch on the night, 37, and a touchdown. Harrison Brownlee, 2 catches for 17 yards on the evening. And that'll wrap up your offensive stats for the Rebels and the Cougars.
Final score once again, Cougars winning it tonight 46-7 over Mid-School Center. Rebels, the Cougars at home next week. They'll be taking on Columbia Academy, 7 o'clock kickoff at Brookhaven Academy. Pink night next week. Wear pink in order to show your support for breast cancer awareness and research next week. Tomorrow, B92 will have Ole Miss football for you. Ole Miss in the Liberty Bowl tomorrow to take on the Memphis Tigers. It'll be a 9 o'clock pregame show, the 11 o'clock kickoff. It's all right here on B92.1, your home of the Rebels and Cougars. So a big night for the Cougars once again. Again, I think the important thing here back that a lot of young players got to play tonight. See good, promising young running backs, scat back type running backs. Case and Brown did a great job tonight. The passing game worked well, and the interceptions off tip passes were not thrown into wrong coverage or anything, just some tip passes. So overall, a good performance for the Cougars, and getting as far as Coach Rushing, I'm sure he'll see a lot of things he wants to work on over the coming week of practice. But the team is kind of getting things put together.
Yeah, and certainly have to have, as the schedule moves along, gets tougher and tougher to look down the line. Yet Columbia Academy, Parkland Academy, Natchez Cathedral, so they'll continue to have to improve. But like you said, a lot of good things happened tonight. The 2 turnovers which that was the story last week that sort of put the Cougars behind the 8 ball and necessitated the big comeback, but they were on tip passes. I think you're going to see the receivers, they're going to have to work on being a little bit more aggressive when those balls are being thrown in there. Good passes tonight by Fortenberry. Just unfortunately on a couple that just got tipped up into the air. From the rushing the ball department, Nick Ogden didn't really have to do too much, 5 rushes, but down as the season rolls along, he's going to be our go-to guy in the backfield. And you mentioned the young guys that came in late in the fourth quarter show a lot of promise in the running department for the Cougars.
Once again, your final score here, 46-7, Brookhaven Academy winning that one. Do have a final in South Pike all over Franklin County, 52-12. And stay tuned. In about 15-20 minutes, we'll switch it over to Jeff Van. He'll have highlights and scores for games around the area. Once again, our player of the game, the Pro Sports Performance Center, powered by King's Daughters Medical Center. Player of the game, Dylan Fortenberry. Well, that's it from the Mid-School Center. Appreciate you being along and joining us for the broadcast tonight. Once again, your final score, Brookhaven Academy 46, Mid-School Center 7. Our studio production coordinator, Jeremy Edwards. Kudos to Jeremy. He had to do double duty tonight, had to run both games tonight.
I just want to say fantastic job. We got the opportunity to work with Jeremy in the baseball season. And you and I hear what's going on in the studio and all the things that he's working on with the YouTube broadcast, 2 football games. The guy keeps us cool and keeps a great attitude about it. So thank you, Jeremy, back in the studio.
Along with Beck Warren, this is Ken Hollingsworth, and we bid you a good evening.
This has been Brookhaven Academy Cougar Football on B92. Game action was brought to you by Paul Barnett Nissan on Brookway Boulevard, Gatlin Feed, Perkins Ace Hardware in Lincoln Plaza, Sullivan Ford Lincoln Exit 40, Mississippi Sports Medicine, Strength Roofing and Siding in Byram, Pike National Bank, King's Daughters Medical Center, Brookhaven, T.H. Perkins Furniture, Brookhaven, All Red Financial, Downtown Brookhaven, Rent Smart on Industrial Park Road, Insurance and Risk Managers, Brookhaven, the Bank of Brookhaven, and Brookhaven Monument Company. Cougar Football is a sports production of WBKN B92, your sports authority.
The legends of country music, country's newest stars. Now you don't have to choose because they're all right here.
WBKN FM, Brookhaven, B92.